Hello everybody, Sir Dr. Say Yoda here. And welcome to my new Let's Play. As you can see, it is a Wii game. Wait. Why is it showing these warnings? It's like, you don't move the Wii remote in this game. It's like, you're gonna knock people on the head. I'm not gonna knock people on the head. You don't move the Wii remote. I'm not that unsensitive. I mean, what do I look like, an amateur? You see, sorry. What am I doing? Sorry. So Dr. Say Yoda here, and welcome to my new Let's Play. I'm gonna be Let's Playing Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, as you can probably see in the title. This game, I'm really excited about this game. This is, I don't know, this is probably my favorite Fire Emblem game. I've played Fire Emblem's Blazing Sword, which is just called Fire Emblem in America. And I've also played Fire Emblem Sacred Stones and Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Shadow Dragon. But this is my favorite Fire Emblem game, personally. Yeah. Oh yeah. I have some surprises about this Let's Play. I think you're really gonna like it. This Let's Play is gonna be very informative. Like nerd spaz right here, but I'm going to be talking about growth rates, comparisons, like averages, affinity bonuses, tier lists, all that fun stuff. If you don't know what I was just talking about, don't worry. If you're new to playing Fire Emblem, I'll explain everything. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, because I can probably answer them. If I don't know, I can just look it up and then answer it for you. Yep. And look, there's all these people fighting. I just wanted to show this cutscene. This is the extended cutscene that you get after you complete the game. So it's a little bit longer than the original cutscene when you first get the game. I feel like I was forgetting to say something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have some guest commentators sometime later that I'm kind of looking forward to. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some pretty good Fire Emblem Let's Plays on YouTube, but I feel like that most people who Let's Play this game don't take it, like, seriously enough. Because this game is actually quite complicated, in all honesty. Yeah, Fire Emblem 4, this game's compared to Fire Emblem 4 a lot. I'm not quite sure why. But I saw Let's Play, they kept on comparing it. Fire Emblem 4 was also very long, and this game is very long. It's gonna be really fun. This game has 44 or something like that chapters. Flash pictures. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say something else. Let me think. Oh, later, like after this is gonna be a normal Let's Play. However, in the future, I might do a Daredevil run. Which, if you're a Fire Emblem player, you'll realize that there aren't that many Daredevil runs on YouTube. Daredevil runs are like, I'm only gonna do it with people with certain affinities, or I'm gonna like leave in the comments like vote, and then like you can pick my characters, or. Like, that's kind of what a Daredevil run is. Basically, you do something really weird that you wouldn't normally do. Alright, sorry about that cut, guys. I don't know if you noticed it. Alright, but anyway. So I'm going to begin a new game. There are 3 difficulties. Easy, normal, and hard. I'm in the Japanese version. It says normal, hard, and maniac. They're exactly the same, except they have different names. I'm going to be playing this on the medium difficulty, known as normal on mine. Yeah. Oh, I'm at the beginning. You saw I only had like 1 clear data, but I've played this game a lot more than it looks like by my save screen. Because I know lots of people like watch Let's Plays, like are like looking at the save screen and like How many clear files does he have? But yeah. You won't see most of it here. That's a story for later.
Someone's gotta be here.
Here's a cutscene with voices.
We're wasting our time. There's no one here.
I know I heard something.
Hush, Yune. Please, don't cry. If they hear you, you'll give us
The voice actors in this game,
Who's there?
they're pretty good actually, but they're not the best. Like, some of the voices are pretty awful later.
Is it the Don
These aren't bad.
No, it was just a bird.
No, soldiers, there's actually a girl there. Hey, soldiers, go back. Oh, don't drop the book. What did I just tell you? You dropped the book.
Thought we didn't see you?
Yeah.
Look,
It's gray.
over here.
Silver would be like glowing.
We'll be heroes. Without her, the Dawn Brigade is nothing.
Oh, the general's going
Ah.
to this.
Rape. Is this rape? This is weird.
Listen up.
What are they doing?
If you don't want to get hurt, don't sweat.
This isn't good.
He's not alone.
Pick up your book. Yay. Wow. Hey, you're pretty good. This is a game, not a movie, trust me.
Got you now.
Erratic Mavic Boson. Yeah, I can't read those words. They had words at the bottom. I couldn't read them. But I tried.
Good job, Micaiah. Let's go.
right. Yune!
Her lips didn't move just now when she said that. I don't think. Okay. That cutscene had voice actors, and that was a cutscene. That was cool. But here's something else I personally think is kinda cool that I might do for a couple videos in my Let's Play. Hey, it's just words on the screen. That's boring. I need to add magic. Movie magic, go!
Something must have happened to him.
Don't worry, he'll be here.
Hey, I have an idea. Micaiah, why don't you use your farsight to see when Leonardo will arrive?
Edward, you know that's not how it works. I foresee some things, but I don't get to choose what I see.
I was just teasing. Still, Leonardo's never late. Something must have...
Help! Someone, please help us! Bandits! Bandits are attacking the town! Run away! Who knows what the brutes will do if they catch you?
Where's the Imperial Occupation Army this time? How can they keep the peace when they're nowhere to be found?
Who? The Begnian soldiers? Ha! They don't care a lick about us. We lost the war and they won. We're nothing to them. They're only interested in chasing down the Dawn Brigade. They let the real bandits run wild and brutalize us.
They're worse than useless. We'll be glad to help you. Just find someplace to hide and leave those bandits to us. And don't worry about us. We happen to be the members of that same Dawn Brigade that the Begnian troops are so interested in.
What? Really? You guys are in the Dawn Brigade? Wow, my friends and I talk about you all the time.
You? But you're just children. Oh, how Daein has fallen. Children forced to fight and steal for the good of the poor. But we can't fight the rogues, so we'll take you up on your offer. Please be careful. They'll slice clean through you if they can.
Listen up, you louts! This town is nothing but idiot kids and drooling graybeards. Steal everything you can!
Yune, it's dangerous here. Go find someplace safe for now.
So yes, here we are at the first chapter. And this actually has a decent first chapter. Fire Emblem 7, the first chapter, was a joke. you literally had one person against 2 people. It was like, but now we have like 2 against 8, and it feels more strategic. So this is a turn-based game. You pick your unit, and they can move into the blue squares. Yeah. He can move up to 6 squares, and she can move up to 5 squares. Under normal circumstances. I'll talk more about that later. Oh yeah, and by the way, people, if you're going to record something, don't eat before you record. It was a really bad idea. Anyway, so you move next to the enemy, and then you can attack them. You choose a weapon. I chose the iron sword because it's the only one I have. And this is the combat display window. At the top is HP. That's the amount of hit points you have. Pretty self-explanatory. MT, might. That's how much damage you'll do if the attack hits. Which brings us to our next thing. Hit. That's the % chance that you'll hit. Simple enough. Edward has a 100% chance of hitting. So we don't need to worry about that. And at the bottom, crit. That is the % chance that you'll do triple damage. Let's see if we can get a crit here. His crit rate is pretty high. I mean, 10% is pretty high for a normal weapon. Right, 4 right now. I'll explain what decides that in about a minute. Like, why. And Micaiah, she can attack 1 or 2 spaces away.
Pretty girl, you'll fetch a pretty penny for me. Now be a good girl and come to Papa.
Galders speak. Galders!
What she just said was, "Oh, light gather, my open path."
What did you say? That better not have been an insult to you.
Oh, I forgot to say something. I have a website, so if I get any information, it's from that website. Oh, wait. There. I have a website, serenusforest.com. I mean, serenusforest.net, sorry. And that's where I get most of my information from. Oh, and another thing. When you're battling, you'll see it in just a minute. If you look at the bottom, you get EXP. When your EXP gets up to 100, you'll level up. And when you level up, your stats will go up. I'll explain that in a minute. I'll probably explain that right when we get our first level up, so I'll have a visual aid. This chapter's not that hard. It's a bit intimidating how many people you have. Oh, wait, you can also select an enemy to see how far they can attack. I don't want to be in this guy's range, so I'll go here. And then I'm going to attack through the wall. Haha, sneaky. Oh yeah, Micaiah. She's the Lord unit of this of the first part of the game. What a Lord unit is a stereotype. It's basically a unit that if they die, smash. Sorry. What was I saying?
Micaiah?
Leonardo? How did you find us?
A little bird told me. Yours, in fact. What were you two thinking? Taking on these bandits alone? That's beyond reckless.
I'm sorry, Leonardo. We couldn't just leave these helpless villagers to those monsters. Please, help us fight them.
Well, now we have all of our characters. So, if you select a character, let's select him. They have stats. This is their class. Their classes decide what kind of weapons you can use. So if you're a certain class, you can use certain weapons. Like, Myrmidons could use swords. Level, that's like the level you are, pretty self-explanatory. And experience. If your experience gets up to 100, you will level up. HP. If your HP goes down to 0, you die. The unit dies. You don't die. If you died, that would be kind of weird. This is your strength. Your strength increases the amount of damage that you do to enemies. Magic, Magic is basically how much damage you do with magic. But he doesn't use magic because he's a Myrmidon. But there is something he can do with magic. But I'll explain that later. And skill. Higher skill increases your hit chance. Speed. Speed. People actually say speed is the most important stat in the game. I'll explain why after I take a sip of water. Ah, there. Speed, if you have really high speed, you will attack twice instead of once when you're attacking. And that's really helpful. Really helpful. It doubles your damage output. I mean, what's better than that? Here's luck. Luck does a little bit in everything, but basically most of what luck does is it decreases your enemy's critical hit. So like if your enemy has a 10% critical rate and you have 8 luck, then they'll have a 2% critical rate. So having low luck is bad, but having really high luck doesn't really help that much, in my opinion. And defense, that's how much less damage you'll take from an enemy. So if an enemy attacks you and they'll do like 10 damage, if you have 5 defense, they'll do only 5 damage. And resistance. If your enemy attacks you with magic, the resistance is basically like defense except for magic. Edward has no resistance. So yeah, she uses magic. Alright. So now in a minute I'm going to explain level ups. And level ups are how the stats go up that we were talking about. I'll explain that when we get our first level up. Or maybe before then. Ah! Sorry, just got a drink there. What else? Yeah. Is he gonna get a level up? No. We'll explain this anyway. No, I won't explain this anyway. Oh, I'll explain skills in a minute. That's a good idea. Alright. So if you look here, you have skills. Your capacity is a little pie thing. If that fills up all the way, then you can't have any more skills. His capacity has 5 because he has shove. He has shove, which you can push other people. I'll show you that in a minute. Critical plus 5. So his critical is 5 higher than it should be. That's what critical does. Myrmidons are yeah, they get this bonus really high. Highest in the game except for one class. But we won't get them until like the end of the game. And Wrath. Wrath, less than 30% hit HP. So if he has 6 or less HP, then he'll have 50 extra crit. So instead of 10, it'll be 60. And that's amazing. Oh, and also, Makai, she has Sacrifice and Shove. Sacrifice, if you use it on somebody, it heals them all the way and hurts you that much. So it healed him 12 and hurt Micaiah 12. And he has Cancel. Cancel, when you attack an enemy, they attack you back. As you'll see. See, look. When I attack this enemy, he's going to attack me back. Ah! If Cancel activates, then they don't attack you back. Ah, that was a level up. His HP, strength, and skill. Yeah, skill went up. I'm going to explain how the game decides level ups. Each stat has a growth rate, which will be at the bottom of the screen right now. The growth rate is the percent chance that that stat will go up. Yeah. His HP... Alright, so I averaged all the... So he's a Myrmidon. Which, so I took all the Myrmidons in the game, and I averaged all their stats. So, like, average HP growth, average strength growth. So I'm going to have the average Myrmidon growth right above his growth. Alright, and now we're going to see how he is about average. His HP is 20% above average, which is amazing. So, like, every time he levels up, he has an 85% chance of getting HP. Which is nice. So his HP will go up fast. His strength is also very good. 15% higher than normal Myrmidons. Yeah. His strength is actually higher than lots of characters who you'd expect to have high strength. His magic will probably never go up, in my opinion. I mean, it's 5%, 1 out of 20 times on average. But he doesn't need magic because he uses swords. His skill is above average a little bit. His speed is exactly average. And his luck is very good. But his defense and resistance are both low. A dangerous combo. If you have low resistance, then you can stay away from magic. And if you have low defense, you can stay away from, like, normal people, like sword users and stuff. Physical damage. That's what I was looking for. But yeah, so these are his 2 low points. But otherwise, he's very, very good. However, his resistance starts at 0 and never goes up. That's his most annoying stat. But he's a very usable sword user. Now here's Micaiah. I'm going to put her growths up. And then I'm going to put the average for her class up. Let's look at her. Her HP is average. Her strength is below average. But all of her other stats are either average or above average. Except for her speed is low. It's average, but her low speed makes her really, really hard to use. Because speed is the most important stat in the game, in my opinion. Well, one of them. It's debatable. If you're low in some stats, it's not helpful. But her resistance is really high. And her magic is really high. So yeah, she is very, very good. If it wasn't for her low speed, but there's something we can do to fix that later in the game. And Leonardo. How do I begin? His stats are very strange for an archer. If you look at the average compared to him, he's got lower speed and lower HP. He's got high luck and high resistance. And he's actually a good unit, but there's 2 other archers later in the game that are much, much better than him. So he would be usable, except for that the other archers in the game are so good, and he's just, yeah. The biggest problem with Leonardo is his high speed. If it wasn't for his high speed, he wouldn't be so bad. Oh, he didn't get a critical. That's good, actually. Because if... Oh, wait, can he be attacked again? Oh, wait, am I seriously gonna have to redo this chapter? Ha ha ha. Hold on a second, folks. Anyway, I might actually die here in my failed recording. Yeah. Yikes. Oh, why didn't he activate Wrath there? Oh, whatever. He got speed. He got speed. What do you know? That's awesome. Oh no, wait, Edward doesn't have low speed. I don't know what I was saying earlier. Yeah, Edward's speed's pretty high, so... Yeah, I don't know what I was saying earlier about his low speed. So yeah, Leonardo, of these 3 units, I probably, like, yeah, Leonardo, I don't use him very much. He's just, yeah. He's not that bad. He's just not that good. Okay. His hit chance is actually quite high. Oh, good. If I would have got a critical hit there, that would have been very bad. Because then he would be dead and then he would move forward. Okay, I want Micaiah to finish him off. I'm gonna have Edward. No, I need to heal him. I don't need to heal Micaiah because she can't get attacked.
You give proper thieves like us a bad name. You like charity. Come closer, dear. I'll show you some charity.
These people work hard to feed their family mere scraps. Then you come in and steal what little they've earned.
Shut up, kid. I work hard too. You want honest? Once I've sold you, I'll have earned an honest penny.
She has a 100% chance, nothing to worry about. Let's watch her growth. Yeah, see? Very good growth.
What just happened?
4 stats and 1 level up, I mean, that's amazing. Micaiah, if you add all of her growths together, it equals 400. The highest in the game. Yeah. Edward is also very high. If you add all the stats together, you get 380. And then Leonardo technically, you add him up and you get 380, but most of his is his high luck and resistance, which aren't that useful stats. Oh, Leonardo has an item here called the Draco Shield. It increases your defense by 2 for the rest of the game. So yeah, I'm not going to use that now, but I might use it on Micaiah later. Yeah, she could use some defense. And she's our main character, so if she dies, we lose. However, in this game, there's something new. If any character dies until Chapter 4, you lose. Which is, yeah, it's kind of sad, but it makes sense. Because you basically can't do Chapter 3 unless you have all your characters from these chapters. Oh, here's another scene that yeah. Roll scene.
Fantastic! We won. It's just like you said, Micaiah. They were no match for us.
Yune, come here.
You did it! Thank you so much. We owe you our lives.
That. You there. What are you doing? Stop immediately.
Well. Look who decided to show up. Begnion soldiers. They certainly took their time, didn't they?
We mustn't be caught. Micaiah, Edward, make a break for it. Run!
I'm sorry, we have to leave.
I know. Thank you again for all you've done. Now go! Run!
Hey, lady. My name's Nico. When I grow up, I want to be just like you guys. Come back sometime. Hold it. Stop right there.
Who are you bellowing at, soldier?
General Gerard, when did you arrive?
Answer my question, maggot. I want to know who you were yelling at, and why you did nothing but yell at them.
Sorry, sir. We suspected they were from the Dawn Brigade.
A band of thieves that targets goods levied from the town. People say they give what they've stolen back to the villagers and sit around acting like heroes. They're said to have a witch among them, a girl called the Silver-Haired Maiden. They say she can heal wounds instantly by laying her hands on any injury.
And? What have you been doing about this band of fools?
Sir, a few days ago we stormed their hideout. We found a girl much like the Silver-Haired Maiden. We ran the dogs from their den, but they were cunning and cautious, and we lost them.
I see. I'm beginning to understand.
How do you mean, sir?
Beginning to understand exactly how incompetent you all are! Ah! You there. Make the villagers talk. I want to know who these bandits are and where they're hiding.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. I don't care who they are. The more kick they have in them, the more fun for us. Don't you think, sir?
Ah, precisely. Overseeing this dusty old town is wearing thin. A little fresh game is just what we need.
Well, that was dramatic. But anyway, this is the first chapter of the prologue of Let's Play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn part. I don't know if it's going to be 1 or 2 parts, but yeah, thank you for watching.